Quando eu me vi só nesse lugar, eu pensei que preciso sair pra me libertar. Seja com quem for, a minha vida é cantar, nunca no mesmo lugar. Seja sozinho a dois, o resto eu vejo depois. Mas só em pensar que com a sua face, tudo que eu pedisse, só você que me desse. Aí pensando Deus se esse quarto falasse. Mas que pena, já era, já era, já era. Não deixo mais aquela tão bela e singela.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. Excited, I mean thrilled to be here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm so lucky. Tonight, we'll see the Washington Wizards playing against the Sacramento Kings. And guys, for the Kings, this is their first time facing off this season. Last year, they split the season series at a game apiece. And there were rumblings about DeMarcus Cousins getting traded or wanting out last season. Ownership said they wouldn't trade him for anyone and put those rumors to rest.
Listen, it would be impossible to get equal value for the Cousins trade. He's not going anywhere. He's already a top center in the league and still very young. He just has to learn to get along with upper brass to win a championship.
And you've heard it from upper brass. So the center is the hardest position to fill. So at 25, would you trade a guy?
On the day that George Washington was born, 2K Sports brings you the best in NBA coverage. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Sacramento is working their way through a road trip going into today's game. Going up against a capable opponent, but you see their confidence. This one they feel they should win. They'll look to come out strong and show they're the better team.
Kevin, this team has really actually come out of nowhere to impress everybody with how they've played thus far.
And there really was no reason for them to be on anyone's radar. I mean, coming into the season, most other teams looked a whole lot better, quite frankly, on paper, but that's why we play the game.
It'll be the Wizards off the tip. Now Sacramento starting five. Allison runs the point with McLemore at the 2. Freak is out there with Rudy Gay. And it's Cousins in at the center, locking down the middle. Now here's Lee. After Gortat Smith, Collison kicks to Gay. The feed to McLemore. 6 on the shot clock. Rudy Gay on the wing. Washington with the rebound. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
And nothing to be ashamed about in that game. It was a great effort, I thought, all around. They just needed to have 1 or 2 breaks go their way.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you know, both teams I thought played well enough to win the ball game, and yet it doesn't work out that way. There are no ties, so unfortunately they were the ones who came up short.
And so it's the Wizards getting on the board first. It's Gay on the way. From past the arc, count the bucket.
It is so hard to contain him. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Kevin, the Wizards head coach had a couple of moments for me. He told me he's wary about how they'll contend with DeMarcus Cousins inside. He said he's a beast in there, no doubt about it. Size, length, strength, and a ton of skill. The talent is really off the charts with him. And guys, he knows it won't be easy to muscle Cousins away from the rim, but he said that's what they've got to find a way to do. It won't be easy.
And thank you, Doris. An even 3-on-3 break. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
The Wizards shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
And they've made progress in that department from last season going into this one, guys. I mean, the numbers have improved.
Kings have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Collison, the pass to Cousins. And McLemore kicks to Collison. Collison off the pick from Lee. Collison dishes to Lee. The 9-foot shot misses off the left iron. Beal against Gay. Gay with the block.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively.
Here's Lee. Lee can't get that one to fall.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly, and I'm not...
유튜브 댓글창.
Not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Now here's Cousins. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Warriors in Oakland.
And I thought the contribution he made by just generating contact, getting to the line was outstanding, guys. I mean, he picked up a lot of points at the stripe.
And the basket by Collison. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Outside, Wall. There's a screen by Gortat. Beal gets a wide open look. That doesn't go either for Beal.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Here's Lee. Lee with another miss. Washington trailing. Down low. And Wall gets it to go in on the assist from Beal. Wall's got his first points of the game.
And he's starting to get what he wants here early and often. Nice move.
Lee, a screen on Wall. Collison, terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, but neither team really able to jump ahead.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Now here's Wall. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Detroit.
But his passing just blew me away. I mean, to see him operate their offense that way was a breath of fresh air.
Now here's Lee, following the miss by John Wall.
You know, he might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert.
Ugly with it. Now defended by McLemore. And the shot's good from Nene. Nene's got his first bucket of the night. The Kings have gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. Lee against Nene. And Lee with the stuff.
You know, there are a lot of bigger power forwards than him in the NBA, but very few that rise up like he can.
For the Sacramento Kings, their last game a loss to Golden State.
And I really felt in watching that game that they needed to abandon the three-point shot. It wasn't there. The percentage was horrific, but yet they continued to try and knock them down.
And I really think that's what did him in. I mean, sometimes it's just not there for you on the perimeter, and you can't try to shoot yourself out of a bad shooting night from outside.
The Wizards shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
At the line for 2. 성동이 형 댓글 다시.
No good on the free throw. Good on the second free throw. Sacramento's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Collison with it. He's picked up by Wall. Lee is screen on Wall. Collison kicks to Lee.
Reverberation throughout the entire building on that one.
It sure did. Up high and down hard on the windmill flush.
And how about the impact that's going to have on your team? You can imagine how much adrenaline starts to flow through the veins after that one.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. Here is Dudley. Sacramento making their last shot. Here's Beal. There's his 3rd field goal, and now he's made half of his 6 shots.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Lee outside. Collison kicks to McLemore. Good, and the assist goes to Collison. McLemore's got his first 3 points of the game.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Here is Collison following the basket by Nene. A drive by Collison makes it off the glass. Collison's got 7.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket?
Patience. Patience. Taking early threes is leading to long rebounds, which equal to transition points. Makes defense move.
Really made their presence felt around the league. The 2-guard spot, these have been the hottest 3-point shooters for the last month. Second has been McLemore.
You don't have to be a great shooter to play 2-guard, but it does help. And pretty much all of these guys fit into that great category.
Yeah, that's safe to say. I mean, these guys don't know the meaning of cold streaks. They're either hot, red hot, or sizzling. Those are the kind of shooters they are from downtown.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Gay passes to Collison. To the middle. Here's Lee. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's going to go on Otto Porter Jr. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Kings.
Boy, the 3-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
Yeah, they're showing some muscle also in the first half as well, and getting a lot of their points in the paint. Really like the balance they've shown.
Free throw good. Lee. Gary Neal's checked in for the Wizards. And both free throws good for Lee. Wizards trail by 5. All with it. Picked up by Collison. Gortat with a screen on Collison. Off the screen. And it comes off the front of the rim.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Now here's McLemore. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. Now here's Gay. Down to 5 on the shot clock. No good from Lee. Porter against Gay. And Neal kicks to Gortat. Makes it off the glass.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today.
It's Gay on the way. Guarded by Porter. Screened by Lee. Collison kicks to Lee. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for McLemore. 5th in 3-point field goal percentage. And not many players convert opportunities inside as well as he. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
And yeah, he's one of the lasers in the game. Just a hard man to put on ice.
Washington making some changes. Evans comes in for Gortat. And it's Heinrich in for John Wall. And the Kings will go for a different look here. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Cousins. Caspi comes in for Rudy Gay. And Stevenson's checked in for McLemore. And it's Livingston in for Darren Collison. Now, here's Harrington. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Harrington the screen. Heinrich outside. Feeds to Porter. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Sacramento leading by 5. Lee dishes to Stevenson. Kicks it to Casper. Here is Livingston. Pass to Cauley-Stein. Kings moving the ball around. To the paint. It's tipped. Heinrich with the steal. He kicks to Evans. Here's Porter. Yes, and a nice assist from Evans. Porter's got his first 2 points of the night. Sacramento's gone 3 of 4 on three-pointers in the first quarter, doing well from long range. Lee passes to Livingston. Back to Lee. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Lee's got 10 points in the game.
Now there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
Now here's Harrington. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Stevenson outside. Passes it to Lee. And Caspi kicks to Livingston. And the pass to Cauley-Stein. Clock at 6. Over in the corner, Lee. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer. He'll head to the line. Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. Take a look at the Warriors. They've got their eye on the #1 seed as the season moves into the final stretch. Currently first place in the standings, and guys showing no signs of letting up. And, of course, Sacramento, 3 spots below.
And I think for Sacramento, they played some good basketball this year. They have to consider this season to be a success in terms of where they are at this point.
Well, they ought to. I mean, I wasn't sure they were going to be able to do a lot of damage coming into the year. But I'm a believer now.
It, and he continues to shoot well from the line.
Really an extraordinary game for Lee. He's already got 13 points and a total of 7 points for him from the line.
And that's a great number, Clark. And that's one that he's worked extremely hard to earn.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
And they just keep finding the open man.
No good on the triple.
He just has not been able.
잠깐만 마이크 한번 설치해 볼게요.
Able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
Here's Neal. He's coming off a 25-point game against Detroit.
And, you know, he was getting fouled time and time again and really delivered at the free throw line. Huge contribution there, guys.
Now here's Lee. 6-point game. .135 left in the first quarter. Stevenson with it. Picked up by Harrington. Lee dishes to Casper. And here's Stevenson for 3. And the rebound goes to Evans. Washington has gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Porter in the corner. Dishes to Harrington. To the middle. Lets it go from 11. That's tipped. Here's Cauley-Stein. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes. Like conducting an orchestra.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Get ready to go, Wizard Girls!
Rufus checked in for Cauley Stein. Lee against Harrington. There's 47 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
For Washington, they have made 2 and missed 2 at the line tonight. He misses the free throw. He hits the second from the line. 46 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Livingston kicks to Stevenson. 3 for Caspi. And Evans pulls it down. Evans has got his 3rd rebound on the night. Porter passes to Evans. Neal dishes to Harrington. He with the block. Livingston kicks to Lee. Here is Livingston. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Here's Stevenson, and that's not going to go. And so the first quarter is in the books. Kings lead by 7. We'll be back shortly live from the Verizon Center. And a chance to hear from Bradley Beal. He came from a football family in St. Louis, but said his mother introduced.
She definitely put the ball in my hand. She's the one who taught me my form. I followed through.
Maybe some other NBA players should be practicing with Bradley Beal's mom, because she has definitely honed something special into him.
Into the lineup for the Kings.
Wizards trail by 10. Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Warriors had a huge game. He ended up with 38 points and was his usual self on the glass, grabbing just about any missed shot that came off the rim. Just numbers that really jump out at you in a box score.
Thanks, Doris, for revisiting what was an astounding performance.
Yeah, that's certainly one that we'll be talking about here for a long time.
I'd say it would make it to his greatest hits file. No doubt about it.
And both free throws good for Beal. Kings leading now by 8. Inside, here's Lee. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
I tell you what, you got to love his aggressiveness finishing inside like that.
Well, his leaping ability, Clark, gives him a great advantage.
And that's why they look to get him the ball around the rim. It's either a dunk or free throws every time.
Good on the shot. Dudley's got 4 this quarter. Sacramento's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Collison dishes to Lee. And McLemore kicks to Gay. Here's Lee. Oh, that is just missed.
About the athleticism on that finish. Powerful. I mean, I'm amazed there's still glass in that backboard.
Greg, look at the bench. The entire bench out of their seats.
And they won't sit down for a while, guys. Excited as they are.
And Beal kicks to Gortat, and they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long. A chance here to see how the Kings rank in the NBA right now. First in scoring, first in assists, and they're also #1 in shooting percentage. This is a team that prides itself on taking high-quality shots.
And you go back to their offense, the most explosive in the league. I mean, everyone talks about the great offense beating great defenses, and I tell you what, they make it difficult to hang with them.
Gay against Porter. And finished off by Gay.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a
목소리가
little
어떻게
bit
들리죠?
more toughness about it.
Wizards trail by 10. Harrington the screen. Wall attacking. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. We'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
Evans, he's checked in for Gortat.
Here in the second quarter, they've made all of their shots from the foul line. And that's a must-do when you're down.
Lee, a screen on Wall. Collison kicks to Lee. He feeds it to Gay. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And, Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
And the Kings making a change here. Livingston's checked in.
That's a great job getting to the line here. You know, he didn't have a single attempt in that first quarter because I thought he was tentative. Much more aggressive here in the second.
Kings leading now by 9. Gay left side. The dish to Lee. With the shot. Here's Cauley Stein, and that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Kicks it out to Stevenson. Trains it from beyond the arc. Stevenson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. All with it. He's got 5. To end the run, and he hits the jumper for 2.
Looked like he was channeling Bob Cousy right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble like that?
Sacramento's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Here is Livingston, covered by Wall. It's stolen by Harrington. And here we go, the Wizards' fast break. Wall's running.
Yeah, the defender all over.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
And on the season, he's just a shade under 80 from the line. I'll bet he'd like to get that up over that mark.
He hits the second from the line.
We've seen John Wall handling his business. He has 8 points, and he's been delivering a healthy dose of helpers, too.
He really has, Clark. Always with his head up, looking to make the pass, trying to find the open man.
Stevenson off the pick from Lee. Stevenson passes to Lee. Back to Stevenson. 4 on the clock. The Kings need to get off a shot here. That's tipped. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And Washington making a change here. Heinrich's checked in. Wizards trail by 11. Pass to Harrington. He dishes it to Neal. Six on the shot clock. Now the feed to Evans. Heinrich inside the three-point line. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Kings leading now by 11. Pulls from the top of the key. Lee gets the bucket. Lee's got 19 points.
They've really flipped things around offensively.
Yeah, and anytime you can make more than half of your shots, you'll take that.
Heinrich kicks to Harrington. Evans tries yet again, and he gets it to go.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
And with the pause in the action, let's look at the numbers for Neal. He's right around 13 points a night, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. When you have a shooter like him off the bench, it makes scoring so much easier for the bench.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, when he's taking on the scorer's role for that second unit, then the other guys can just stay in their lanes.
Wizards trail by 13. Heinrich outside. Lee with the block. And the Kings pushing it up now. And that one's good. Stevenson's got 5 points in the quarter.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
The Wizards have gone 7 of 11 from the line. The first one falls. No good on the second free throw.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Out left to the wing. There's a minute 34 left in the first half of the game.
Oh, nice play on D. Got that hand in the face and prevented him there from getting an easy look.
Exactly. Alert and aware. Really reacted quickly to that shot attempt.
Livingston dishes to Lee. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. The Kings have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
And guys, that's really an upgrade over how they shot last season. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless.
He hits both from the stripe.
You'd really like to see him get to the line as much as he did in the first.
Wizards trail by 16. There's a screen. Heinrich kicks to Evans. And he gets it to go. Evans has got 5 now.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
Rudy Gay on the way. Porter with the steal. Feeds to Evans. Heinrich inside the three-point line. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net. 43 seconds left now here in the second. Livingston passes to Lee. To the wing on the left. Here is Livingston from the high post. He squares up and sinks it. Livingston's got 4 points in the quarter.
The defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. He doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Harrington can't get it to go.
And he has slipped into a funk, Clark. You can see the confidence is shaken.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, he's very much deflated. The basket looks a lot smaller to him at this point, and the only way you can get out of it is to work yourself out of it.
And I like the job they've done with working the basketball. They've been moving and getting quality shots.
And, Greg, their field goal percentage reflects that. I mean, they've been the much better team shooting the ball. And you know me.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
Well, anytime you can get to the free throw line with that kind of consistency, that just makes every other facet of the game easy.
And, they have to rotate the defensive assignment on him from now on just to avoid foul trouble on any one particular player, given how good he is at drawing fouls and how many fouls he's been drawing.
On the floor for Sacramento, McLemore and Gay on the perimeter. Freak is out there with DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Collison in at the point, and a wide open look for Lee. No good with the wing jumper.
I guess even he has to miss.
들리나요?
One of those once in a while.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That's foul number 2 for him. Kings leading now by 16. Now McLemore back to Lee. To the left side wing. Picked by Lee. McLemore dishes to Lee. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
He's their go-to guy, and when he shoots the ball like he has today, that's what the scoreboard usually looks like.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. And Wall kicks to Beal. It's hauled in by the Kings. Cousins has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Knocks it loose. Collison, good.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Yeah, but they better rally soon because they've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint.
Here's Wall. The shot no good. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. It's Gay with the drive. Shot from the wing. Washington with the rebound. Nene's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Wall, and there's the big-time jam as he slams it right over Cousins.
And guys, that's one of the more basic plays in anybody's playbook, but not to mention also truly one of the best.
And Greg, the pick frees him up, and Clark, the dunk, caps it off.
Well, you know, for me, guys, it's all about positioning and anticipation on those screen plays, and they got it right there.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. Here's Beal. Rebound by the Kings. This their first look at this year's Washington squad.
Yeah, faced off twice last season, and it was a split between the 2 teams.
Well, you know, both of these teams know and understand when they face off, it's a very winnable game for either one of them. And they often don't get a chance to feel that way.
Ladies and gentlemen,
While we have a quick chance here, let's now take a look at some point guards who have been dead on target from the floor over the course of the game.
Some remarkable shooters in that group. I mean, you know that when you're seeing those types of numbers at the point guard position, you're talking about some very intelligent and patient players.
In addition to being unbelievably gifted shooters. I mean, these guys have some of the smoothest, sweetest strokes in the NBA, which means they have some of the best strokes in the world.
2 shots.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Sacramento leading by 19 points.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Lee kicks to Collison. Back to Lee. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
Beal from long range. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. 11 points here for Beal. For Sacramento, they've gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Cousins with a screen on Wall. Now here's McLemore outside. Beal pulls it in. Wizards trail by 18. Outside, Wall. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. And Gordzak kicks to Nene. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Nene's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Yeah, it's just a smart shot, taking advantage of the mismatch.
Well, with a stroke like that and the height advantage as well, the mid-range J is almost a gimme.
Nene against Lee. The double clutch. And it's good on the way in. Lee's got 8 here in the quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Wall attacking to the inside. And Nene with the basket on the assist by Wall. And that's now 9 points for Nene. Kings leading now by 16. Kicks it to Caspi. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. Collison, the pass to Lee. Back to Collison. Just 5 to shoot. Lee dishes to McLemore. Deep 2 from Collison. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Collison's got 11 points.
His shooting has been outstanding here. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Here's Wall. And Lee pulls it down. Lee's got 11 rebounds in the game. McLemore with the ball. He's picked up by Wall. And McLemore kicks to Lee. Cousins with a screen on Gortat. Lee passes to Cousins. And he dunks it after the pick frees him up.
Man, he slams it home and gets a little camera time on the backside of it.
He spent a while up there on the rim.
And I like the fact that the ref's going to give him a little bit of leeway there and a lot more than they used to.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, over the break, I listened in on what the head coach for the Wizards was getting across in their huddle. He's looking for some old-fashioned offense right now. He wants the pick and roll to be the centerpiece of their game plan at that end of the floor. He said also that their offense needs to be a patient one. He told them, don't rush things. Use as much of that shot clock as you need to. Clearly, some adjustments there had to be made because the time left for a comeback is quickly running out. Kevin, over to you.
All right, Doris, thank you very much.
We've seen Nene playing a good game here. He has 9 points, and he's picked up 1 dime.
Taking 2 shots.
Both shots good from the stripe. Kings leading now by 18. Collison kicks to Caspi. Lee dishes to McLemore. To the inside. Here's Koufos. That falls. Great assist by Darren Collison. Collison's got assist number 5 here tonight. So it's Washington now. Outside, Wall. Stolen by Collison. Pass to Lee. Uncovered. No luck. Now the Wizards take it the other way. And here's Wall. He's got 10. Nene at the elbow. Can't capitalize on the good pick.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
Collison gets a wide open look. From outside, off the mark. Wizards trail by 20. Here's Dudley. It's stolen by McLemore. Here is Caspi, covered by Wall. Lee passes to Koufos. Collison kicks to McLemore. They set the pick. Lee dishes to Collison. 6 to shoot. Puts it up. That doesn't go either for Collison. The Wizards have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. And Beal kicks to Wall. On its way from Dudley for 2. Wide open shot is on the money. Dudley's got 7 points in the game. Kings leading now by 18. Right side, Lee. Nine feet out. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Lee's got 10 points in just the second half.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
And really something that the defense has to address.
Make it 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right, Kevin?
Yeah, that's right. You got it. And he was ultra safe with that dunk.
No reason not to be.
And guys, as he should be. Remove all doubt on that attack.
Off the pick. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Lee's got 12 points now in the quarter.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint. And with the pause here, how about the stats for Bradley Beal? His last 10 games, averaging 13 points per game, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And to be honest, not quite the numbers you've come to expect from a player of his caliber.
Well, you know, it's been a topsy-turvy stretch for him. I mean, but don't worry, team. He'll be back to beasting in no time.
11 feet away. Here's Livingston. Soft touch off the glass. Livingston's got 8 points.
Are you sensing or feeling a theme here, fellas? I mean, they're taking it straight to the bucket every time down.
And why change? I mean, that's 8 straight points in the paint, and they have now turned this into a physical game.
Koufos the pass to Lee, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And that's his MO. Sometimes he can score more points by himself than the rest of the team.
Harrington, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Really good example there of some fine interior passing before that basket.
Kings leading now by 20. Livingston kicks to Stevenson. Pass to Lee. Stevenson outside. Kings moving the ball around. He kicks to Lee. That's good, and it's Stevenson with the assist. And that's now 37 points for Freak.
An open jump shot there, and their D not putting up any resistance today.
And Wall kicks to Harrington. Unloads. Kept alive. Here's Evans, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And Kevin, the knack for the offensive rebound are a big part of what makes this guy special.
Not to mention, Greg, his ability to finish with strength just like that.
Yeah, he's an invaluable asset for them to have. No question about it.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. While we've got a moment here, let's now see who the league's top scorers are. Freak, number 1.
And all you have to do is point to his name at the top of that list. Does that tell the story well enough or what? What a season.
First free throw is good. Nene, he's checked in for the Wizards. And then for Sacramento, Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Koufos. And it's Collison in for Sean Livingston. 1:46 left in the third. Now here's Wall. 10 points for him. A solo fast break for the throw.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage.
Harrington the screen. Neal dishes to Nene. Sacramento grabs the miss. Lee's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. On the wing, Stevenson. Back to Lee. Wall with the steal. And now here comes Neal leading the break. Here's Harrington. Rejected by Collison.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
Lee outside. 5 on the clock. Back to Collison. Fires for 3. Here's Cauley Stein, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
And doing some dirty work on the offensive glass.
And then follows it up, Greg, with heavy-duty jam on his mind with a terrific putback.
Got a pigeon on that one. Easy money right there, fellas. Going old school on you young fellas. Look that up, pigeon.
And Wall. Here we go now. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That will get him his... Washington making some changes. Bradley Beal's checked in for Nene. And it's John Wall in for Kirk Heinrich. And the Kings will go for a different look here. Kufis checked in for Cauley Stein. Lee comes in for Caspi. Then McLemore, he's checked in for Rudy Gay. And it's Livingston in for Darren Collison. The talented Wall and Beal team up in the backcourt. Gary Neal is out there with Porter. And it's Harrington in at the 5 down low. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Out left to the wing. Harrington with a screen on Stevenson. Neal passes to Harrington. Got freed up. Nice work off the pit.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Lee kicks to Livingston. And a great job by the D contesting that shot and forcing the miss. The Wizards have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. And it's Wall in the corner. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor. Here's McLemore. And there's the pass to Livingston. Dishes it to Lee. Livingston passes to Lee. At the top of the key, Livingston. McLemore inside the line. Rebounded by the Wizards. Beal with it. And the call will be against Sean Livingston. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Henry Sims has checked in for Washington. Evans comes in for Otto Porter Jr. Here's Sims. At the elbow, it's Neal. Shot clock at 6. And the shot is good.
That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
Down low, here's Lee. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
For Washington, they've gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the 4th. 4 of 9 on the wing, Evans. He feeds it to Harrington. The dish to Wall. They set the pick. Wall draws the double. Here's Neal. Kufis grabs the miss. Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th. Lee dishes to Kufis. Back to Lee. Here is Livingston. Inside. Kufis kicks to McLemore. 6 on the shot clock. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. To the middle. Here's Lee. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Lee's got 43 points.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
And that's Evans penetrating. It's rebounded by McLemore.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Unhindered, going all the way. And the basket by Harrington.
And with that speed, once he took off, the D just had no chance of getting back.
Well, I think they did the right thing. I mean, just give up the 2 points and move forward. Hey, discretion is the better part of valor sometimes. Write that one down, game players. Discretion is the better part of valor. Took the safe route there. Wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble on that one.
Nope. Up and in with one hand, the most basic finish possible.
But he still makes it look good.
Outside, Wall shoots. Harrington can't get it to go.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball.
He has a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
Yeah,
wow.
That could very well be a contender for Dunk of the Year and perhaps might make its way all over the internet.
I'll tell you what, that is the crowd pleaser of all crowd pleasers.
There's Neal with the 3. Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession. Kirk Heinrich, he's checked in for Gary Neal. And here are the Kings now. Here is Livingston. Stevenson outside. Lee is screen on Heinrich. Here's Lyons. Off the iron that time. And Wall. Here we go now. And a great assist by Heinrich as that one goes in. Heinrich's got 3 assists now in this one. For Sacramento, they've gone 7 of 16 from the field here in the fourth. That's about 43%. Now Lee. Stevenson passes to Livingston. Here's Lee. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
He hasn't been quite able to lure the defense into fouling him as much. Hasn't been as effective in drawing fouls here.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Kings.
They've been penetrating with a certain amount of ease, guys, just as much in this half as the first.
They've also been pounding it inside tonight and coming away with a lot of points in the paint. I call those PIPs.
Wizards making a switch here. Dudley's checked in. Heinrich, right side. No good. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. 1:44 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Stevenson dishes to Lee. Pass to Lyons, and there's the feed to Stevenson. 4 on the shot clock. Bangs home the trifecta. Stevenson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
That's good from Evans.
Just absolute domination in this one for Evans. 8 rebounds, and he's also been picking up some nice assists here and there, too.
And Clark, that needs to continue. When he has an opportunity to get an open teammate the ball, he has got to make that a priority.
Roberts is checked in for John Wall.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Sacramento.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an in-seat. No contest.
Yeah, I like that. And when it's all said and done here, this will mark their 38th W on the year.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And that next meeting, Greg, will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. So I think the next game will be hotly contested.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Lee. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
41 seconds left in the fourth. There's a screen. Here's Roberts. To the paint. Here's Sims. Lee with the block. And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, exactly. They got to be happy with the outcome here.
Elated, you're right. Good ball movement here by the Kings. Stevenson outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Puts one up from 19. Off the left rim and out. So it's the Kings winning this one easily. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care.
Good win, good win, good win. Worked hard up. Good win.
Well, once again, you filled the box score up. Yet another triple-double. How many more are we going to see this year?
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. Just a monster first quarter of the game. He came out hot and just never cooled down. That boost he gave his team early on, a huge factor. everybody.